Warning, cheaters may contain adult themes and strong language. Parents are cautioned that this program may not be suitable for children. Coming up on this episode of Cheaters.
And here she has his arm around her, and then they kiss a few times.
Sí, a mí bueno, ya looking for real.
He says this is for real. He doesn't have anything to say to either of them.
You know what communication with
It's a big problem.
This is probably one of the hardest things I've ever had to do.
From Cheaters surveillance cameras, you are about to view actual true stories filmed live, documenting the pain of a spouse or lover caused by infidelity. This program is both dedicated to the faithful and presented to the false-hearted to encourage their renewal of temperance and virtue.
It's just like he's just trying to keep a big secret from me.
I just can't take the lies.
I just can't go on anymore. I need to know the truth.
I don't like being the one that has to show you this.
Yeah, we got it right now. They're heading south.
I'm tired of the excuses.
This is something that I've got to know.
They're together right now. There they are. Let's go.
What's up, homie? Who are you, homie?
Stop! Did you do this to me? Stop! Ow! Stop! Mitch, stop!
You better get right with God.
I love you.
Real reality television is brought to you by Cheaters Detective Agency's Private Eyes on Cheaters.
Hello, I'm Joey Greco. Thank you for tuning in to another installment of Cheaters. Please meet Rene Valiente, a man who feels his longtime girlfriend is no longer completely honest. Ready to discover the root of her restraint, Rene solicits cheaters to perform an investigation.
Rene Valiente, 38 years old, suspects his wife, Lavelle, is experimenting beyond the boundaries of freedom.
What country are you from?
¿De dónde vienes? ¿De qué país?
De Cuba.
From Cuba.
Cuba. How long have you been in America?
¿Cuánto tiempo has tenido?
Sí.
6 years.
Uh-huh. Did you meet your wife here in the U.S.?
¿Conociste a tu esposa aquí en los Estados Unidos?
Yeah.
What first attracted you to her?
Nah, it's beautiful.
She thought she was beautiful, and he says that he's alone here in the United States, and she saw her beautiful, and started talking to her, and
Right.
Una relación perfecta, ¿no?
there was a perfect relationship.
Yo la quiero mucho a ella.
He loves her a lot.
Porque sé que yo sé que me está mintiendo. Aparte de eso, mi socio, tú me entiendes, no me da la cara ya. Es diferente. Él ha cambiado mucho.
Well, he says that he thinks that his wife has been lying to him about questioning. Sometimes he questions her, and he knows that she's lying, and his best friend, he don't want to talk to him on the face to face. He can avoid him.
Vine a trabajar, a buscar una familia, no tengo nadie, ¿verdad? Siempre confío en ella y en mi socio.
He always trusts her and trusts his best friend, and he wants to have a family.
Have children?
Casarte, tener hijos.
Pensé tener una familia.
He wants to have a family.
If you suspect infidelity in your relationship, Cheaters licensed investigators may be able to provide you assistance. Exercise your right to be informed. Lavelle Valiente, 42 years old. Mrs. Valiente is suspected of dishonoring her 6-year marriage with Rene by betraying him with his best friend, Tony. Cheaters detectives tail Mrs. Valiente on the first evening of investigation to a Dallas pool hall, where she and Tony seem almost eager to exploit their relationship. Cheaters' recording equipment catches Mrs. Valiente openly expressing herself to Tony while covering her tracks with her husband.
She's just thinking of you.
Hey, baby, for real, you don't leave the house, me thinking you leave the house and me working la noche, you know?
Oh, I stay here and I read a book or I clean the house.
For real, you don't like me, baby?
Or I walk the dog. Maybe it's because I'm walking the dog if you think I'm not home, but I'm always here. Yeah, me mucho lo que tú, baby. You know I wouldn't like
Yeah, baby, but me whatever me.
Baby, Carter's on me.
Listen, baby, I love you, no, listen, I love you. I love you very much, baby.
I love you too.
On day 6 of the investigation, Cheater's investigators encounter Mrs. Valiente and Tony leaving the Valiente household in broad daylight. They gas up, then arrive at a local bar. Investigation day 7. Despite Rene's telephone confrontation with his wife, Mrs. Valiente continues to spend time with Tony at the Valiente household the following day. Additional surveillance is not necessary to establish Mrs. Valiente's patterns. After the break, the confrontation.
With Lavelle's secret transgressions revealed, Cheaters contacts Rene to disclose the facts of the case. Rene must overcome his emotions long enough to take in the evidence.
This was
¿Puede verlo?
okay. Tony.
Este es su amigo Tony.
Arriving at your home.
Los fotos están valor que 1000 palabras. Tú entiendes que tú ves, ¿eh?
Almost every day. You're at work?
Casi todos los días que tú están en su trabajo.
At least 3-4 days a week when you're at work, he's at your house.
Días cada semana, Tony está en su casa.
Here he is again, arriving at your home.
Cuando Tony llega en casa también.
Tony.
Yeah, Tony.
Now, here they are now. You couldn't reach her one day.
Tú no puedes hablar con ella un día.
In your phone conversation, when you asked her where she was, and she said she was sleeping.
Cuando ella dice que estaba durmiendo.
That's why she never answered the phone.
La razón que no respuesta el teléfono es que
she wasn't sleeping.
No estaban durmiendo.
We followed her with Tony.
Nosotros seguimos con Tony.
Here they were driving around. They kept frequenting several bars where they played pool. And here she has his arm around her, and then they kiss a few times.
¿Cuál problema con Tony Renal? ¿Cuál problema con Tony Renal?
It's a problem now.
What would you say to your wife?
What would you say? ¿Qué vas a decir a su esposa?
Nothing.
He doesn't know anything.
I think nothing to know.
He can't talk right now.
What do you say to your best friend?
What do you say to Tony?
We don't have no communication, nothing. Muchos problemas right now when we look at it. I mean, one of looking for real.
He says this is for real. He doesn't have anything to say to either of them.
You know what communication with him now?
It's a big problem.
Problem con él right now. Damn.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Very sorry, my friend. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. All right. Okay, well, if we can get a visual on them, that would be ideal. I mean, I want to know who that was that they saw in the window. Keep me updated. All right. All right. All right.
Coming up, the conclusion.
Right. If we get the boom over, why don't you tell me where we're at so far with the case?
Well, the vehicle, we found the vehicle over at 2700 North Henderson today. We've been watching the vehicle since this afternoon, and the vehicle appears to be abandoned.
Right.
Now, whether or not they've gone out and partied or whether they're just drunk and passed out at some hotel, I don't know.
And
it could have been they could have got a cab, went to the hotel, and stayed there.
All right, well, keep me informed if you spot it.
Well, I'll touch base with you in 15 minutes when I get back over and give you an update.
Very good. Last night, we followed your wife with Tony. Will you?
La noche pasada, ellos van a mirar su esposa con Tony.
They went to a bar not 10 minutes from here and shot pool.
Ellos van a otro lugar y juegan billados también.
we were watching the car, and at 2 o'clock they must have slipped out with some friends.
Estaban mirando la coche, pero a las 2 de la mañana ellos deben que salir y no pueden encontrarlos.
Because they are gone and we cannot find them. We know where the car is, but they are gone.
Lo siento que él dice tú, Tony, pero él quiere saber si tú quieres esperar un poco o regresa a su casa.
Esperar agua, si ya no hace falta esperar. Ya me comprende.
¿Quiere esperar? No?
Me voy a mi casa.
He wants to go home. He's very uncomfortable, I would imagine, and obviously his body language indicates it.
Let's get you home, my friend. If you get a phone call from your wife or you see her, you call me.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Cuando nosotros podemos encontrarla, vamos a telefonarte y lo mismo si tú tienes comunicación de ella, por favor, teléfono a Cheaters, ¿ok?
Okay.
Okay.
Hi,
Rene.
Tony. Hi, how you doing?
Good.
Me coming home, you know. My wife no got a close at home, no got a nothing. Look, come on. Look.
Okay.
Look, come on. Come here. Everything they close no got no house, you know. You know, ella like you, but me no sabe por qué. Only one, everything. Maybe leave it con Tony, I don't know. You know, sabe.
After showing you, I know, the evidence the other day, we know that they were together.
Yeah, but...
And they're gone now, I see.
But I don't know, me no think por qué everything they close no how, you know.
She's gone, huh?
The paper for me I got one friend picking party, but they don't bring me no United States.
A paper?
The paper, yeah, come here. Yeah, I don't know, no United States, you know.
Can you read English?
Yeah, I say English, but I don't know, no United States. Come here.
You want me to read it to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Poquito a veces me United States.
Dear Rene.
Yeah.
This is probably one of the hardest things I've ever had to do. Please understand why I couldn't do this face to face.
Yeah.
I felt the pain would be too much to handle.
Okay.
I have left you for another. I wanted to make this as painless as possible for the both of us. So therefore, I have only removed my personal belongings and left everything else for you. Sometimes in life, we can't control our feelings. This makes it especially difficult.
Yeah.
I have fallen in love with Tony, and he loves me too.
Siempre Tony ahí. Damn.
We're moving to Mexico to start a new life together. Tony thinks he has a good job lined up, and I think we'll be comfortable. So don't worry. I hope you understand how difficult this is to do. It is not like we haven't been having problems. Once again, I hope you understand that this is the best way I could deal with this situation.
Leave it there. How? Wow, I'll be back. Maybe, I don't know.
No, I don't think she's
No,
coming back.
leave it, no. See, I'll be back. What's he saying?
Do you understand me? She's left into Mexico with Tony.
For the Mexico? Damn!
Yes. There's more. This is the best way I could deal with this situation. I know you and Tony are good friends.
Yeah.
And in time, when things cool down and you have found a new love, we can be friends again, you, me, and Tony. With all my love, Lavelle.
After the confrontation, Rene continues to rebuild his life. At the conclusion of this presentation, Cheaters discloses Rene's outlook on the future. But first, Cheaters revisits the Nikki Sims case. The unidentified suspect returns to Cheaters, determined to make his actions understood.
Identity Withheld, age 29. The former lover of Nikki Sims returns to discuss how his relationship ended after the confrontation on Cheaters.
First of all, at first I didn't know what the hell was going on until these cameras on me. Thought like, I don't know, I was getting arrested or something for maybe having sex in public. I mean, or something like that. Then I saw Nikki, and I see all these people around. I was ready to start swinging, and I was like, pissed me off. But I mean, then I realized I saw Nikki there, and I didn't want to, you know. I actually felt like a jerk, to tell you the truth, you know. I didn't expect to get caught out there like that.
So who is that?
What is this?
Are you
kidding me?
No, I'm not kidding you. Are you kidding me? You've been fighting me for 2 months now.
You know,
No. Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Seriously?
You don't have the right to touch me anymore.
Seriously?
It's all right. Just talk to me. Don't worry. No one's
Just stressing me out.
Okay. Well, I understand where it'd be stressful, but
I want to talk to you.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me, dude.
Seriously?
Don't touch me.
You know what?
You don't have the right to touch me.
Come here and talk to me. You know, what is with this camera? I mean, if she didn't realize that things weren't going wrong, then, you know, obviously, you know, I guess obviously she had her suspicions, you know, about me cheating on her, you know, because I was kind of blowing her off a lot, and I really didn't see her that much, and, you know, I was pretty much avoiding her as much as possible. But, you know, that's it. That's the way things went down, you know, and I'm sorry for her, you know what I mean? Like, she's not a bad person, you know, but you know, I just I don't think obviously she's not all there in the head, going ahead and doing something like this, because it's insane for anybody to want to exploit her own self like that. It's just, obviously she ain't got it all going on upstairs.
before you started seeing someone else, was there a reason why? Look, no one's...
Because I'm tired of being embarrassed. So now you're embarrassed.
This is your friend, right? Your childhood friend, your old college buddy, right?
You know what?
Well, I want to talk to her.
What do you got? Don't worry about her.
What's her? She got a name?
This is between you and... It ain't her, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
it ain't
that's
her,
her name.
You know?
That's her name. How about that?
It ain't her. You know what I mean?
You know what?
You don't know me, so you don't need to be saying...
I don't know you, huh?
Chill.
You don't know me either. Obviously, you know... you know he's living with... You know this is my boyfriend? He lives with me? You know that? Don't touch me, dude. Ow.
Get away from the camera. What the... Out of my face, yo. You know what? You know, I feel kind of bad about the whole situation with Nikki, because Nikki's great, and, you know, and the 2 years we were with each other, it was good. You know, we had some really great times, but, you know, I guess it just kind of started dying out, you know. And, you know, I guess I went about things the wrong way, you know, and I feel bad about that, you know, but, for her to bring it to something, I just wouldn't think she would ever do something so ridiculous, you know. And I guess she feels the same way about with me, you know. So, you know, whatever.
This whole... It's crazy. It is crazy. You lied to me for 2 months. How about that?
Let's get out of here. Get out of my...
Are you guys gonna go get married now? Oh,
yeah,
that's great. That's great.
This is insane.
But at least can you talk with Nikki?
I changed the locks in the door. You can't get in. You can't have any.
You told her you were embarrassed. Can you at least... Why were you embarrassed? Why were you embarrassed?
This is insane.
Unbelievable.
Totally
You won't even
insane.
talk to me.
The stupidest I've ever dealt with in my life, yo. Well, this is the first time I've ever cheated on my girlfriend anyway. You know, this is, you know, it's just like, you know, I didn't really want this all to happen. I just happened to meet Jamie, and, you know, we just kept running into each other and things. You know, every time I'd see her, you know, we'd have such a great time with each other. So it just kind of developed that way, you know. Like, I really didn't plan on making this go through that, you know. I really didn't want to cheat on Nikki, you know. It's not something I planned on doing. It's just kind of worked out that way.
Rene Valiente has moved on with his life. His former spouse and his former best friend, Tony, now live together in Mexico, although it remains unclear whether Tony divorced his former wife. Unfortunately, Rene never got the closure he so desperately needed, as he never had the opportunity to confront his wife with Tony. The last Rene ever heard was her written admission of a love affair with his best friend and the hope that one day they could once again be friends. Rene's petition for divorce was granted after his wife never answered his lawsuit.
All done, sir.
Thank you, Sonny.
Thank you, Mr. G.